aircraft is inbound to its home base, Ferdsfeld, and Frankfurt radar has just instructed us to switch to approach control.
Radar contact, 24 nautical miles northeast, turn left, heading 207. Descent and maintain 4,000. QNH 29.92.
Hi guys! I wanted to showcase a GCA PAR script I've been working on for a while, and it's now at a stage where I can finally share some early successes of this effort.
Descent and maintain 4,000.
The development of this GCA script was inspired by a few things: the release of the heat blur F4E Phantom, the Ugra Media Cold War Germany map, and the fact that GCA approaches were often used at military air bases in Germany during marginal weather conditions in the 1980s. When you see me flying an A-18 now, that's simply because it's much easier to fly the Hornet compared to the F4 Phantom, especially when you're developing and testing something like this. We are now about 25 miles north of Ferdsfeld. I chose Ferdsfeld because it was one of the home bases of the German F4 Phantoms, and at the moment, it's the only one on the current Cold War Germany map. I really hope future map updates will include Wittmannhafen and Hopsten air bases. It would honestly be a shame if they weren't. This GCA script utilizes the MOOSE framework, and before we dive in, I want to take a moment to give a huge shout out to the incredible developers behind the MOOSE framework. This project continues to empower mission creators like me with ridiculously powerful tools, turning complex logic into elegant Lua. Without MOOSE, this GCA script wouldn't just be harder, it might not exist at all. So if you're into DCS scripting and haven't checked out MOOSE yet, you're seriously missing out. Thank you to the devs for building something truly game-changing. As we begin our descent into Ferdsfeld, I'd like to outline the current meteorological conditions. As is evident, visibility is significantly limited. These low visibility conditions are expected to persist throughout the descent until touchdown. For demonstration purposes, the set minimums for visibility and cloud ceiling are slightly lower than real-world minimums, illustrating the system's functionality. Regarding wind conditions, I've set the ground winds at 305 degrees at 10 knots, resulting in a 30-degree right crosswind. In DCS, the wind direction remains constant from ground level to 4,000 feet above mean sea level, though its strength fluctuates between 9 and 20 knots. Now that we've established contact with approach control, our task is to simply follow the instructions provided by the various controllers: approach, GCA, and final. I'm currently developing the instructions for post-landing procedures from the tower controller, as well as continuous guidance for missed approaches and touch and goes.
Turn left, heading 114, and maintain 4,000. Contact GCA on 228.5.
Radar contact. Ferdsfeld weather, winds from 305 at 9 knots, visibility 300 meters in fog, cloud ceiling 2,700 feet, QNH 29.92. This will be a precision radar approach to Ferdsfeld, runway 27. In case of missed approach, climb on runway heading to 2,500 feet at DME 2.5, heard spelled talkdown, turn left heading 100. Continue climb to 4,000 feet. Contact approach on 255.5. Turn left heading 095.
Pilots should adhere to instructions and real-world procedures as closely as possible, although the script allows for some non-compliance. For instance, the aircraft's initial speed is approximately 350 knots, with controllers providing speed adjustments for subsequent flight sections. Turns should be executed at a 45-degree angle of bank for larger turns and 30 degrees or less for smaller turns.
Set speed 300 knots.
Currently, we are on the left downwind leg. Our next step is to approach an intermediate point, which will serve as a turning point to an intercept course for the final approach heading.
Turn left heading 310 to intercept final, set speed 250 knots, maintain 4,000 feet.
As we transition to the final controller and prepare to intercept the center line, time for communication during the talkdown is limited. It's crucial to follow all commands precisely and only perform actions you are instructed to do. The accuracy of your execution will directly impact the outcome. Developing the intercept and talkdown logic was arguably the most challenging aspect of scripting. As a non-professional programmer, I relied on contributions from the free versions of ChatGPT, Grok, and Claude, as well as a free month of Gemini Pro. While I won't delve into a rant about overhyped AI coding, and I'm unsure what those hyping it are actually coding, my experience was grounding. However, I couldn't have accomplished it without AI. A significant breakthrough came from Gemini Pro's suggestion to implement PID control logic for centerline calculations. Once integrated, fine-tuning the PID gains required nearly 100 PAR approaches. Despite the effort, it was a thoroughly enjoyable process.
Turn left heading 277. Contact final controller on 225.5.
Radar contact, 13 miles from touchdown. Turn right, heading 278. Miles from touchdown. Configure aircraft for landing. Turn right, heading 279. Turn right, heading 280. Turn right, heading 283. 2 nautical miles to descent. Do not acknowledge further transmissions unless requested. Turn left, heading 277. Nine miles from touchdown. On center line. Approaching glide path, commence descent now. 8 miles from touchdown. On glide path, on center line. Turn right, heading 278. On glide path, slightly left of center line. Turn right, heading 279. On glide path, well left of center line. 6 miles from touchdown. On glide path, well left of center line. Turn right, heading 280. On glide path, well left of center line. On glide path, well left of center line. On glide path, well left of center line. Runway 27, cleared to land, check gear down. Turn right, heading 281. Well above glide path. Adjust rate of descent. Well left of center line. On glide path. Well left of center line. Three miles from touchdown. Slightly below glide path. Well left of center line. Slightly below glide path, well left of center line. .5 miles from touchdown. Slightly above glide path, slightly left of center line. Slightly above glide path, slightly left of center line. 1.5 miles from touchdown. Slightly above glide path, on center line. One mile from touchdown. Turn left, heading 280. Approaching decision height. 0.5 miles from touchdown. Well below glide path. Adjust rate of descent on center line. At decision height. If runway not in sight, execute missed approach. Well below glide path. Adjust rate of descent on center line. Turn left, heading 279. Slightly below glide path on center line. When safe, rolling contact tower on 252.8.
All right, we've touched down safely. Let's call it a landing you can walk away from. I'm excited to share what's next for the GCA PAR script. As you saw during the talkdown, there were moments when the aircraft was significantly left of center line, yet the controller didn't issue a heading correction. That's because the current heading was already bringing the aircraft back toward the center line. To make this clearer for pilots, I plan to add phrases like well left of center line correcting or correcting to course to better reflect what's happening. Next up, I'll be finalizing the tower handover process and adding missed approach and touch and go procedures to make the system more robust. After that, I'll build support for approaches to runway 08 to expand the script's flexibility. If everything goes well, I plan to release the script publicly. A good sign to watch for if you see me flying the F4 Phantom in a future video instead of the FA-18 probably means public release is just around the corner. Looking even further ahead, I aim to support all F4 bases on the full Cold War Germany map, potentially adding locations like Wittmann-Taufen and Hopsten. The ultimate goal is to make the script adaptable to any airport, but that's a big project and will need more time and testing. Keep an eye out for future videos featuring these updates. Thanks for watching, thanks for your interest, and as always, enjoy DCS and have a great day. Wheels up.